Hello, hello, Guardians. I am Ransom Rider. I am playing my favorite game, Destiny 2. Guardians, I'm on the Dreaming City. It's in the upper right-hand section of your map at this present time, Dreaming City. I want to go into Bay of Drowned Wishes. Let's select it. This is a lost sector. Let's go in and let's select Master 1840. Shielded foes, master modifiers, extra champions, locked loadout, extra shields, limited revives, overload and unstoppable champions, arc threat, a 25% increase. We're going to see some abominations, ogre type, evil monsters in here. And they're going to arc you. They're going to arc you really hard. So be sure you're aware of this. Raider shield, chafe, overcharged weapons. Now, if I use stasis or I use solar, and I use a weapon here in the kinetic slot, that's not, it's not going to be a strand or a stasis weapon, then it would actually give me an extra bonus damage. Kinetic weapons do increased damage when your subclass element matches an active surge, stasis, or solar. So just a plain old kinetic weapon, overcharged sniper rifle, and that's a 25% bonus damage to snipers. Sometimes those don't match up always, and so I don't use 25% bonus is substantial, but the snipers, you have to take time a little bit there to aim them. They could get you. Now, we're loading in. This is the 1840 version, and I'm going to just go over here to the edge because I think the Screebs will come for me. I think they will come for me, but here... Horror Story, I'm using it. I thought I'd give it a try. I've had 9 takedowns with it. But it is stasis, so I'm not going to get the... Dirty Screebs! Ooh, they scared me. Look at them crawling for me. And look, this guy's coming. You can't get a moment's peace. I don't want that there because that might blow up on me. Take out those dead servitors. And let's get this guy because he's one of the ones that I mentioned earlier that definitely, his arc surge, it's dark ether surges. Their arc energy, and they can cross the entire battlefield. Now, I'm running Polaris Lance. Am I safe for a moment? I don't know. This is Polaris Lance. Now, I know there's a lot more bad just around the corner. As you can see, here's another abomination. He's an unstop, and he will just continue to work his way right over to you. Okay, I blew up that servitor where the Screebs were running around. But these can be difficult, right? Now, they can be challenging. Part of what is going to make you more successful here is just to simply check all of your mods and come equipped to deal with these champions. Now, you can definitely get through these faster, but I like to just take my time, enjoy the game, and make sure I get everything. The little Screebs, sometimes they hang around and they pop out on you, and they will pop out when one of those little bombs goes off. I call them molasses bombs. That's actually not their in-game name. Screebs! But the little molasses bombs, they will go off. They'll slow you just long enough for the Screebs to get a hold of you. Now, I want to start the stun process on this guy with my Polaris Lance, and I do have my artifact set up. Remind me and we'll go over it at the end. The artifact is so important here because you can get a lot of damage, and you will need to choose what your overload, barrier, and unstoppables are. Although there are weapons that are intrinsically barrier, overload, or unstop. Now, that was my third abomination, my third unstop. Just be careful. What was that? Ugh. I have a fear of screebs, a screebophobia. Screebophobe. I face them often in the Tangled Shore, and they used to fall out of like the sky, the rafters. There were a lot of really interesting activities on the Tangled Shore, and we had a really phenomenal nightfall type ordeal there. I don't know if they were called nightfalls back then, but basically a strike that was like a master version or grandmaster. And it could have been grandmaster. It's been a while, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Woo, what's firing at me? It's that dirty sniper up there. See him up there? And these screams are out to get me. All that they want is to take me down. Let's get him. You know, I've got ammo here, and I don't want to neglect using my rocket launcher. This is a bespoke, custom-made rocket launcher. I made this at the Enclave. Let's see if Horror Story. You know, Horror Story is stasis. I don't use it a lot, but I thought I'd pull it out and celebrate a different gun. Guardians, you know, I often feel like I'm stuck with just certain weapons. I don't want to be stuck with certain weapons. I want choices. Now, what's going to happen when I run up there? I'm going to get that out of the way. That could blow up on me and take me out. I am going to run up here. I need to run up to the door and like activate this stuff. And it's going to spawn one of the abominations. So you got to be ready. And if you need to come this way, you know, you want to get these out. And here's a lot of the servitors. Now remember, if those blow on you when you're standing there, you're done. At this level, 1840, you are definitely done. Now, I want to get out of here. Run, Guardian. Because I want to deal with this on my terms. I don't want to have to deal with them on their terms. And the ogre can reach all the way across. You know, he definitely... Now let's start getting him into the stun process. I mean, he almost got me right there. That he did not he did not stun. But luckily I had rockets ready for him. That was a handful. He had me down really low. I have a little thing where I want to do these deathless. Although I've done these deathless, so I could come through here, and as long as I'm underneath the time, I'm okay. I would be okay. But there's just something in me. I feel like I need to come through and get a run deathless. Now, if that doesn't happen for you, that's okay. You know, if you're under that timeline, it's going to complete for you. You're going to, you know, get what you need. Possibly you could get an exotic, maybe not. Sometimes I've done, you know, up to 10 without an exotic dropping for me. I don't like that, but it happens. It happens. You can also, if you're trying to get these, like for an event, we're currently in the games with Eva Levante. You know, if you're trying to get this for an event, read what you're trying to do there, because you could come into this with a group. This doesn't say I have to be solo. Strategic spelunking. I do not have to be solo. Now remember, we're at 8:58, but I'm not concerned about the time. You know, if my time runs out, I'm okay with it. I just want to make sure that there's not a screeb hanging out that can come through here and get me. Resource. I do like to stop and get resources. Look at that. And out there's gobs of those. Now, I'm not coming back, and the screebs will come down this cave entrance. See him? He would run and try to get me. But here's more of the servitors. I don't know why there's so many of them in here, but there's a lot of them, and you want to be aware of those. Again, danger, Guardian, danger. Now, there's going to be a lot right down here, and I want to get him taken out of the game immediately. Now, I had my rockets ready to go, and these guys, if you pop that lantern that they carry, it's going to spread a lot of pain. And I just got that one. Now, had his friends been with him, I would have had his friends down as well. So, I like getting their friends. Now, let's see if I can get him stunned. And then let's get some rockets in him. And that got him. That got the Overload Chieftain. I want to get those little lanterns. And caution, that fire on the ground, don't burn your feet, because that could take you out. Okay, I'm reloaded. I'm ready to go. I see a resource over there. I kind of want it. I'm going to grab it. Look at him. And he brought a friend. All right, I got his little lantern. So precision hit, you know, that gives me bonuses. Let's burn them up. It took his friends with him. Now, often I don't get concerned about those. But with this group, because they come at me so fast and heavy, I like to pop the lanterns. Oh, look, he's angry. This guy's angry. Now, this is the boss, and once I get the screeb, once I get the boss, I don't really have to be concerned about anything else in here, because you could open the chest, you could like pop your super, run over there, get your chest, and, you know, have a much better go with the time. You wouldn't have to be concerned about a time limit because you'd already have what you wanted, the chest. Now, he's moved back, and I'm kind of glad he's moved back because that puts him into a position. Wow, look at all these screebs. Screeb! Don't get close to them. They explode. They absolutely will explode in your face. Now that got him, and the chest is now mine. I can pop super. I can run over and try to stay alive. But since I'm just casually doing this, woo! See that screeb? That could have got me. That could have got me. That definitely weakened me. One got by. I should have been more cautious. Darkness encroaching in 2 minutes, but we're okay. Did that get them all? And if you're concerned about a screed jumping on you, pop that super, run over, get the chest. No exotic. I didn't get an exotic, but I did get a silver medallion. So it was worth this to come in and do it and hang out here. I probably will have to go through another one. And I want to try it on Stasis with a totally different build. Now, how did I do here? 141 enemies. This lost sector can be challenging. It can be fun. And you definitely will feel, good about your skill set if you complete this at an 1840 level. But they can also do it at 1830 and have a real good time. Let's take a look at what I had. I had Horror Story, Polaris Lance, Apex Predator, but I also really love Crux Termination. I like tracking on my rocket launchers. I really do. You can build this where it will do more damage, but you could lose tracking, and I don't want to lose tracking. I was set up for Overload Auto Rifle, Unstoppable Hand Cannon, but I used Polaris Lance because of the seasonal artifacts. I had the Scorn and Taken artifact perk that gives you more damage. These can really make a difference, Guardians. Take a look at these. This is Rapid Solar Weapon Precision Hits and Rapid Solar Weapon Final Blows. Grant Radiant, that's Flint Striker. While Radiant, you deal increased weapon damage affected to combatants affected by Strand and Stasis. Revitalizing Blast. Solar ability weakens champions. I had Overload Rocket Launcher on. Rays of Precision. While Radiant, Solar Precision Final Blows cause combatants to ignite. And Solo Operative, while you are the only member of your fire team, you deal increased damage to all combatants. Check this and set it up the way that's going to best suit you for the activity that you're going into. Now, having said that, there is, a bonus here if you do damage, right? We mentioned it earlier. Locked equipment, extra shields, same, this is the same one. But if we go into this with a different build, definitely check it, because you could use Stasis here. And then if I used Wicked Implement, and it would be Stasis Shatter effects, work on the Unstoppable, and then Stasis Slow effects, work on the Overload. So a different build, Cadmus Ridge Lance Cap, improves diamond lances, throw lots of lances. Options. You want options. I don't want to be stuck. I am Ransom Rider. This is my favorite game, Destiny 2. I've been playing for 10 years, basically, since the beginning, D1 and D2. And I want to thank you, Guardians, for hanging out with me. Like and subscribe. It really helps me, the channel. It helps me to grow, and I'm trying to grow. I want to be able to play with more Guardians just like you. Come hang out with me in live stream. I love to chat, and it's always a pleasure to get to engage with you. And I'll see you very soon inside the gaming world. Bye. Bye. Thank you, Guardians. Thank you.